Ladies and gentlemen, this is a City Police mail warning. Please do not interfere with any letters or packets with which you are unfamiliar. Please leave them entirely alone. If in any doubt, contact the police. Thank you.
Are you at all worried about the possibility of letter bombs?
Well, yes, very anxious, yes.
I was just thinking coming up the stairs that I've got letters to open and I'd like to leave it to somebody else because I'm very nervous about it.
Well, I'm just not going to take any risks. If there's any parcels, vaguely round the size I've been warned about, I won't touch them.
What do you think of the arrangements taken by the police this morning to make sure that everything is as safe as it can be?
Well, really, I suppose they're lost to know what to do exactly. I mean, it's very hard for them. They don't know where it's going to go off or when.
Do you think this sort of alarm every morning can be kept up? Do you think people can be careful every day from now on?
No, I don't think so. We can't go on living like this, being frightened of things going off all the time.
Oh, I think it's absolutely dreadful because nobody's safe anywhere now.
Would you like to see our government cracking down on the IRA this side of the water, making them illegal, for instance?
Yes, that would be a good idea.
Do you think it would make any difference, really?
Oh, I guess they'd still get in somehow.
Do you think people will be careful every day from now on, or do you think this is just a one-off?
I think they should do. The more accidents that we have, the more careful they'll have to be, obviously. And, I think secretaries are quite level-headed and sensible.
Do you think that people can go on being careful every morning like this?
Well, not indefinitely, can they? Makes one nervous, I think.
What do you think it's been like in Belfast over the last 2.5 years with this every day?
I don't know, I couldn't live right out there. It's so terrible.
It must be pretty awful, that's all I can say. I wouldn't like to be anywhere near Belfast.
This is today's mail for the bank.
Well, what do you feel about carrying so many bulky packages like that?
I don't feel particularly worried about it at all. Because there's not enough there to worry about, is there? Look,
Some of them are pretty bulky.
Yeah, but that's come from America and that's been franked. That's come from one of our branches, That was the first one I looked at. But, I think they'll be all right,
Can you imagine living with this every day, like they have been doing in Belfast?
No, I couldn't. No, that would frighten me out there. Here, it's just... and it's just nothing compared to what's going on there, is it, really?
Do you think after this, after ordinary people starting to suffer in London, we should pull out?
Ordinary people have been suffering in Belfast, haven't they? Ordinary people.
What special precautions are your staff taking?
Well, they've all been told not to open anything that looks at all suspicious, to follow the instructions that the police have given to the letter. And we've simply taken, I think, normal precautions.
Do you think that you're in particular danger because you're in the City of London?
No, I don't think there's any particular danger to us as a bank, but we certainly are not banking on not being selected.
Anything that arrived here that was suspicious would be very obvious, would it?
Yes, it would stick out like a sore thumb, I think.
Can this go on day after day and vigilance still be the same?
Yes, I think we should be able to keep at least some degree of vigilance up and probably have some routine eventually designed to cut down the amount of work, the time that's wasted on this sort of thing.
How much of a strain on your resources and manpower has the whole operation been, putting out people on the streets in the way you have?
Well, this inevitably does lead to a strain on the uniform personnel, indeed the CID personnel, but we've been able to cope quite easily this morning with the numbers received so far.
Do you think that this sort of vigilance on the public's behalf can be kept up day after day from now on, if it's necessary?
Yes, I think so, that if tomorrow and the succeeding days we have something like 100 calls, then we in the City of London can cope with this.
Do you think that your communication system is up to the job, this massive job, after the incidents of March when a lot of criticism fell on the heads of your police force then?
Yes, the communications centre here has been working extremely well this morning. When calls have been received from the public, then the persons that are trained in examination of these parcels have been allocated to these different premises, and so far we've met no stakes and I don't anticipate any for the future.
What would you say to someone who had got through today after being very nervous coming to work this morning and then decided, well, it was all a fuss about nothing?
Well, I would hope that members of the public will continue to heed the warnings that have been given over the press and in the television networks these past few days, and if in doubt, for God's sake, let us know.